to the Breakthrough Show. It's Shirley and Jessica. Yes, we love y'all.
Start your day the joyful way. It's your weekday morning talk show inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes. And now here's your host, the queen of joy herself, Jessica Dugas. What the actual hell, Mother Nature? That's how we're going to start it this morning. We were 86 degrees in Alabama a couple days ago, and it is 38 this morning. Hello. I don't even know what to say. Hey, good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Welcome to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. This is your triple shot of good vibes and complain about the weather every weekday morning at 7 a.m. Central Time. How the hell are you guys today? So I have questions today. I've been issuing little challenges every day here on the show this morning. Not just this morning, every morning I've been issuing these challenges this week. And Monday I said to do something just because. So do something joyful just because. And so I need to know if you guys did that. And then yesterday I encouraged you to slow down. So I'm curious if anybody was able to slow down at any point yesterday, stop and smell the roses, as they say. Let me know if you were able to do that. Today, we're going to be talking about what joy really looks like. I know you guys have been dying to hear this. What does joy actually look like? So as we get to this part of the show this morning, I will ask you, what does joy look like for you? And does it look a certain way? So let me know. Also, I would love to know what is bringing you joy today. Of course, if you are joining us live or on the replay, you can type it in the comment section, or you can head over to projectjoypodcast.com and click the join live button to share a moment of joy or gratitude live on air with me after next segment. You can also chime in on next segment if you want, of what does joy actually look like. What's bringing me joy today? Something fabulous. So my son, my oldest, started working at Target about like a month ago. And this whole thing has been like a journey because he was working with my husband when they were both working up in Tennessee. And then as we know, my husband got laid off right before Christmas. So that ended both of their jobs. And I was like, literally everybody just had to take some time, whatever. So Clay ended up getting a job at Target and loves it. Like immediately during the training, loved the people, really just having a good time there. So, and he kept coming home saying that like his different managers and stuff were like complimenting him and everything else. And so I was like, that's great. Well, Clay was named the service superstar this week. And this is what they wrote about my son. They said, Clay brightens any room he walks into. He is always looking for ways to make our guests smile during their checkout process. A guest recently commented about Clay. He gave my daughter a sticker and made a joke with her about the magic word, and it made her day. She talked about it after we left. Because of this simple act of kindness, Clay made a lasting impact on a guest. Thank you, Clay. And his picture and the little note got put up on the board by their break room and all that at the Target. And it was fabulous. So I'm so proud of him. So congratulations again to my son Clay for that. And then something else really made me super joyful because it just made my entire day. There was a whole bunch of comments and stuff. I posted it on my Facebook page yesterday. And thank you to everybody who commented. All of your comments are so nice, congratulating Clay, and the comments you've left me and everything else. Just super, super, super nice. I appreciate you. But there was one comment that was from now we're going to go back. We're going to throw back here for a moment. My 8th grade language arts teacher. My 8th grade middle school language arts teacher. Shout out to West Side. That was actually, I'm not just being silly. That was the name of my middle school, West Side Middle School, Groton, Connecticut. Super nice. Marion Galbraith, Mrs. Galbraith. Do you ever like see an old teacher or something and you feel like, I don't know if I should say their first name now that I'm an adult. Anyway, I have those moments. Mrs. Galbraith, Marion Galbraith. She was fantastic. She went on to become, I think, the mayor of the town later on and everything. But she commented, this apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Great kids don't happen by accident. And I was teary, like it just made my whole moment. And because, I don't always necessarily feel like you have to have perfect parents to turn out well. But it is, it can be a testament to genes, to resolve, to a lot of different things. Clay is very independent, always has been. I remember him little, taking off everywhere all the time by himself, and me having a panic attack. But it was so nice to hear that. And on the heels of what has been I shared yesterday, it's been a really challenging week for me personally, that was so nice to hear. And so I just wanted to publicly say thank you for that. It means a whole lot to me, a whole lot. So at any rate, that's bringing me a lot of joy this morning. Also, I have been binge watching Dawson's Creek. What, you guys remember the show Dawson's Creek? I probably watched half of that series when I was younger. And so I've been watching it because Netflix gave me a little pop-up saying it was going to be off of Netflix on the 30th. I only have 3 days left, and I think I have 2 seasons left to go. Lord have mercy. Been binge watching that with my daughter, my oldest daughter, and having some fun with it. There's things that I didn't realize we talked so much about back in the day. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But at any rate, that has been bringing me a lot of joy to catch up on that and kind of reminisce and have those moments. And what else this morning? Yeah. I think that's it today. I got a fun announcement coming up, an official announcement coming up the end of the show for you guys today as well. So stay tuned for that. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come right back. I'm going to mention a couple national days and then we're going to get into our topic of what does joy look like. So on the break, in the comments, tell me what joy looks like for you, and we'll be right back after this.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. Today is Wednesday, April 27th, 2022. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I appreciate you being here with us on Project Joy Live this morning. I want to invite you to join our community by heading over to bit.ly/Discord Breakthrough, bit.ly/Discord Breakthrough. The link is down in the comments for you guys this morning. I want to say hello to some people that are joining this morning. Let's see. Jason was here this morning. He said the Toronto Maple Leafs won 3-0 versus the Detroit Red Wings last night. Yes, Maple Leafs for the win. We love that. And thank you, Jason, for filling us in on who's the winning and all of that. Juju is here this morning. Hello, look at her look at her where is it? Hold on, I gotta get oh Lord. Hold on. Look how pretty. Jalissa, every time I see it, now I sing the song from Reading Rainbow. And butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, Reading Rainbow. Okay, anyway. I can't. It's so good. It's so pretty. Official announcement coming about that very, very soon. That kind of like I gave a sort of like a little teaser last week about how something was coming. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. Good morning, Mr. Jackson. Good to see you here this morning. Coming to get you some joy. Get you some joy. Yes. What brings me joy today is that I'm able to continue to move forward against my adversities. Yes. Moving on up to the east side. Yes, right? Okay. Anyway, apparently I'm in a singing mood this morning. So listen, I want to know what you are celebrating today. That is my question for you. It is International Guide Dog Day. International Guide Dog Day. It's always apparently the last Wednesday in April. It honors guide dogs and guide dogs and the amazing work these companions do for those who are blind. I love that. And I know that there are also, I wonder if there is a service dog day, because this is guide dogs. This is specifically the dogs that help the blind. I'm wondering if there's a service dog day, because I was going to mention something about service dogs, and I'm like, that's not what this is. This is for guide dogs. So at any rate, I'm curious now if there's a service dog day. So now I'll have to look into that. But happy National Guide Dogs Day to all the guide dogs that watch the show. It is also National Babe Ruth Day. National Babe Ruth Day. It honors one of baseball's all-time greatest players today, George Herman Babe Ruth Jr. was born on February 6, 1895 in Baltimore, Maryland, and was nicknamed the Bambino and the Sultan of SWAT, spending 22 seasons in Major League Baseball. He played for 3 teams from 1914 to 1935. So happy National Babe Ruth Day. It is also National Tell a Story Day. Each year, the United States encourages people of all ages to share stories. These stories can take many forms too. You can read it from a book or create one from your imagination. I love that. So let me know if you're going to share a story today. It is also, this 80s baby can get on board with this. It is National Denim Day. We need to wear some jean today. Can we do that? Yes, let's wear some jean today. It would be fun. I typically wear my jean jacket, because I got to get in character for our Throwback Thursday, which I'm so excited about tomorrow night. Really excited about our episode of Throwback Thursday with Cootie Mac. Oh my gosh. I have been, ever since Cootie was on the show, now I'm digressing. I'm sorry. Ever since Cootie was on the Breakthrough Show to talk about his fitness business, I have been dying to go down the music rabbit hole with him, because Cootie was in the music industry for years, made music himself, produced for some big names, which we're going to be talking about. Worked with some big names. We're gonna talk about all the things. I am so excited to dive into that tomorrow night. So anyway, I'll tell you more about that coming up. At any rate, get your snack, boys and girls, because it is also National Gummy Bear Day. National Gummy Bear Day. Gummy bears are a sweet treat that brings joy to all ages, and this day is a memorable treat of childhood that is timelessly fun. They have been charming us since 1922. The gummy bear is 100 years old this year. Did you guys know that? I had no idea. The gummy bear is 100 years old this year. That's incredible. That is incredible. So let me know if you're going to celebrate by partaking in some gummy bears. For the vegans in the room, FYI, there are gummy bears without gelatin. Okay. And they're delicious. There's some different brands out there. There's one actually that they have some gummies. I can't think of the name right now. I can't think of the name, but I'll have to tell you another time. But at any rate, they even have like less sugar and they're a little bit better for you. So at any rate, there are out there. And FYI, gummy bears, traditional gummy bears are not vegan. They contain beef gelatin, and we don't do that here, but whatever, to each his own. So it is also, and while you have your snacks out, it is National Devil Dog Day. Now, I'll be honest with you, I was never a huge fan of devil dogs that you buy packaged because the chocolate cake was always like a little bit dry for me, but that's just let me know if you guys were ever a fan of devil dogs. The day honors the service members dubbed with the nickname and the devilish snack cake. With a layer of cream filling sandwiched between two layers of devil's food cake, devil dogs became a tasty single serving treat in the mid 1920s. Drake's was the first that started making the cakes in 1926. So let me know if you're going to celebrate National Devil Dog Day. Oh, this is good. It is also Stop Food Waste Day. Stop Food Waste Day. So I have shared about this girl before. You can go look her up on the Instagram as Plant You, PLANTYOU, Plant You. Okay. She is fabulous. And she does a whole series about, now I've got to go look now because, okay. So she does a whole series about using less waste. It's called Scrappy Cooking. And she teaches us how to use like the scraps in our kitchen to make different things so we don't waste things. But the last, the one post that she did, something like 30% of all the food we buy, and this is a big number, you guys, we throw out 30% of the food that we buy. That number is staggering to me. And I guess it's staggering to me because I know how much money we spend on food as a household of 8 people. 30%. It makes me want to cry live on air here. And so I would highly recommend, as you have your snacks out, go check out some of the things by Plant You on Instagram and her Scrappy Cooking series, because it will help you not throw away so much food. Okay. We're not going to do that. We're not doing that here today. So I encourage you to do that. So with all of these national days, I ask you, what are you celebrating today? And I would love to get to our series really quick about what are we talking about today? What does joy look like? What does joy look? Judith is here this morning. Joy for me is seeing SpaceX rocket go over the house at. What were you doing up at 3:52 a.m., Judith? I'm happy you got to see it though. And the candy. Yes, Jean days. We love some jeans. And Donnell's just like, I can't with you people today. All right, you guys, let's talk about what joy actually looks like. So I'm on my fabulous decaf this morning. And before you say you can't do decaf, please refer to my cup. So here's the deal. What does joy look like to you? What does joy look like to you? I always, from the time I was little, saw joy as happiness, as elation. If I was to put a picture to joy, it would be like a smile, a fuzzy animal, um, child's laughter, innocence is very joyful. I think of how I would always think about it. And as time has gone on for me, I have, and that's partly why this series was born. The original Project Joy podcast series, and then moving into Project Joy Live, has been because I have stepped into the ability to recognize literally everything as the ability to bring us joy. Now we can think about something like a fluffy animal. That brings me joy. To see my little Stuffles over there with her fluffy bunny self, that brings me a lot of joy. But there are a lot of sort of side notes, even about the things that bring us joy, that also bring us joy. So petting her brings joy. Going to feed her and watching her little nose go like this, that brings me joy. She like my bunny impression there? God almighty, Jessica. There's a lot of little side notes to things that bring joy. And this ties into what I teach about gratitude. I have an experience that I do every November called the Illuminate Your Gratitude Experience. And it is an actionable experience. I don't like calling it a challenge. I don't like it's not just another like write down your joy. It's actionable gratitude. And one of the things that I share in that gratitude experience is the importance of getting specific about our gratitude, because when we do that, it expands our gratitude muscle. So if we come in and say, I'm grateful for my family, that's one thing. If we get more specific, we have more to be grateful for. So I'm grateful for my family. Okay, that's one thing. I'm grateful for my husband and my children. Well, now we're at two things. And we all know there's 895 children here. So I'm grateful for my husband, my son Clay, my son Sky, my daughter Nina, my daughter Margene, my daughter Jaslyn, my daughter Leah. Now we're at 7 things. Oh, and I'm grateful for me too. And now we're at 8. And now we can break it down even further. I'm grateful for my husband because, and add in more things. I'm grateful for my son Clay because, and now we're at, I don't even know how many things, because I could sit there and go on all day about these people that I love. Okay. So the same thing works with joy, where we could say, okay, people bring me joy. People don't always bring me joy, but I'm gonna come back to that in just a minute. People bring me joy. Okay, that's one thing. That's something. But why? Why do people bring you joy? What are the things about people that make you feel joyful? And you break it down a little bit further, and then let's circle back around. If you find yourself going, well, actually, Jessica, people don't bring me joy. It might be a bad day for people with you. I've had those days recently. Then you can switch back to gratitude about joy in the moment and say, okay, this certain person is not bringing me joy, but I'm really learning something about myself right now. I'm really learning something about relationships right now. And that learning has the ability to bring me joy if I choose to see it. So In the thumbnail of today's episode graphic, you see an image of me staring out a proverbial window. It was actually a window in the picture, but can't see that in the image itself. With that's kind of a contemplative down face. And I remember in that moment feeling a little bit sad. But I also remember feeling joy at the exact same time. And this goes back to a conversation that we've had, I don't know how many times on this show, but it continues to be a very necessary conversation to have because we are so programmed as humans to be taught that we are only allowed to, able to feel one thing at any given time or experience one type of emotion at any given time. And it's simply not true. It's simply not true. There's even some people, I'll even play devil's advocate for a minute here. There are some people that will tell you that, if you smile, it is impossible to not feel a certain kind of way. I disagree. Because I cannot tell you how many times I have been crying in sadness right before I come onto the show. And then I come on here and I smile and I do the show, but I'm still very much feeling sad. But I'm also feeling joyful because I'm here with you. And I'm also feeling happy because I get to live the life that I live and do my shows. And I also feel angry that I had to deal with whatever I dealt with. And I also feel all of these different things at once. And we are so programmed to believe that joy is supposed to look a certain way that we jump into assumptions about joy, about people, about everything. And then we also don't allow ourselves to feel all the things that might arise. I gave a prime example of this when my brother died and we had gone up to Connecticut, and my grandfather had also passed. And so we had two funerals to go to. And one of the funerals we went to, it had snowed. And my younger kids had never seen snow before, and they were so excited. Like, we're at the cemetery and they're like wanting, do you want to build a snowman? And that was before that even came out. And we're so joyful about the snow. And there was part of me, I remember at that time feeling ready to snap and being like, no, this is a solemn, we're supposed to be sad today. Somebody has died, and they were sad, but they were also like so happy in the moment about the snow and joyful about the snow that I just let them play and I just let them be. And we have to allow ourselves to understand that joy can look like any number of things. That any emotion can look like any number of things, but joy in particular doesn't always look happy. It doesn't always look how we might expect joy to look. And so I had this moment with myself the other day. When I got up in the morning, Monday, to come on the show, it had been a good weekend because it was my husband's birthday and we had amazing things going on. But I was dealing with something internally that was really upsetting me on Monday. And I was very sad. And I was dealing with a lot of like just internal crap. And I remember coming on to the show Monday morning and listening to my own introduction for the show. And now please welcome the Queen of Joy herself, Jessica Dugas. And sometimes I have those moments of going like, am I really embodying the Queen of Joy right now? Like, I go back to when I believed that you could only feel one thing at a time. You could only embody one thing at a time, which I know is not true, but I always still have those moments of going back and going, where is that coming from? Like, and so I had that moment Monday of going like, are you really the Queen of Joy, Jessica, right now when you feel some kind of way, etc.? And the answer was yes, because even though I didn't have a Cheshire cat grin on my face, and even though I didn't come on all giddy like I was this morning, that joy looked like that on Monday too. And that the choice to embody joy doesn't always look how we think it's going to look. The choice to embody joy to be joyful, does not always guarantee that we are going to be handed joy on a silver platter. Sometimes it is literally choosing joy in the most challenging of times. And that in itself, our ability to choose joy in any given moment, our ability to work that muscle and see the joy even when no one else around you sees it, that in itself is so joyful. So joyful. So I want us to get out of the idea that joy has to look a certain way. I want the viewers of Project Joy Live to get out of the idea that when they come and watch the show, that I am always going to be the hot mess of bubbly energy that I was when I came on this morning. Because that's not always what joy looks like. And we have got to stop holding each other to the expectation that joy has to look a certain way. And we need to stop feeling the pressure from the personal standpoint to make joy look a certain way, because joy can look like any number of things. Any number of things. Juju said, joy for me is like peace now that I'm older. Yeah. And it could be peace, and it could be that this is one of the reasons why I asked you guys, because I want to suggest to you that peace can be joyful and turmoil can be joyful. Oh God, I said it. That happiness can be joyful and sadness can be joyful. That any of these things can be joy if we choose to see it that way. Right? So I will digress on today's topic. We're going to take one more. Let me know what you guys think, but we're going to take one more quick break. We're going to listen to the For Love poem today by Katarina Eskilsson. I hope I said her name right. It is a long one for me. And she's going to be reading a second version of Swedish this morning. So let me know if you stand for love, and we'll be right back.
Jag står för kärleken. Trots en krossad själ, trots ett tungt hjärta. Jag står för kärleken. För världen är sargad. Inte bara mitt lilla stycke mark, där jag för det mesta är trygg, där jag för det mesta mår bra, utan hela vår värld. Överallt och varje dag. Jag står för kärleken. För vi behöver mer ljus. Inte fler döda. Inte den starkares rätt. Inte fler bomber. Jag står för kärleken. Så att våra barn kan vara trygga. Så att våra vänner har skydd. Så att våra gränser är öppna. Jag står för kärleken. Trots en krossad själ. Trots ett tungt hjärta.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. That was the For Love poem by Dorothy O'Shea, read beautifully by Katarina this morning in another version of Swedish. We've heard some other Swedish versions. There have been multiple versions of some of the different languages shared, and that is one of my favorites. So beautiful. And thank you, Judith, and also Julissa, for standing for love this morning with us. So we have tonight another episode of Divine DNA coming up at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, only on the Breakthrough Show Network here. And also, don't forget, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central, we have Throwback Thursday coming with Kevin Kiley and myself with Cootie Mac. I can listen, you guys. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Then on Friday, of course, we have at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, an all new episode of the Breakthrough Show with our Breakthroughs Around the World series. We are going back to one of my most favorite places to virtually visit. It is Kenya, with a previous guest of the show, Robert Bell, who is going to blow the lid off of creativity. I cannot wait to hear about all the things he's been up to since he was last on the show. He had a TED Talk, not a TEDx, a TED Talk that went completely viral. So many amazing things going on. And I have my official announcement for you guys. This month, we're almost to the end of April. We cut down the length of the episodes. I'm going a little bit over today because I want to make sure to tell you guys about this stuff, but we cut it down about a half an hour. We are back to an hour in the month of May, and just in time for us to partake in our May series. So what we are doing differently in May is we are having a different person come on each day of the week to partake in some amazing series. You guys, if you are not tuned in every day in May, I am telling you, you are going to miss out. We have Shifra, Laura, Scott, and Kenneth that are going to be here Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays about mattering, empowerment, professional freedom, and leadership. And of course, the joy that will be found in all of that. It is going to be so powerful in May. I'm so excited. So every Monday, Schiffer will be on to talk about mattering. Every Tuesday, Laura will be on to talk about what were we talking about? Empowerment. And then every Wednesday, Scott Mason will be on to talk about leadership, charisma and professional freedom. And then Kenneth will be on every Thursday to be talking about leadership. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. That's all I can tell you. Let's get into our birthdays today really quick before we're already over time, but I digress. Here we are. So we have Lizzo's birthday today in the entertainment world. Happy birthday, Lizzo. Patrick Stump from Fall Out Boy has a birthday today. President Ulysses S. Grant has a birthday today. Civil rights activist Coretta Scott King's birthday is today. And from KISS, Ace Frehley's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Ace. In the celebrities in my life, Brenda, I never say her name right. Brenda's birthday is today. Nadebly. I always say it wrong, but at any rate, I practiced and here we are. And also Breakthrough alumni, Jeff Brandeis' birthday is today. Happy birthday, Jeff, as well. And let's get to our birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lizzo, Patrick Stump, President Ulysses S. Grant, Coretta Scott King, Ace Frehley, Brenda, Jeff Brandeis. Happy birthday to you. Yes, I hope you guys are set up to have an amazing day. I hope you guys will tune in for another episode of Project Joy Live tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Central Time. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. We'll see you next time.
You've been tuned in to Project Joy Live with Jessica Dugas, your weekday morning talk show, inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes only on the Breakthrough Show Network. Binge all past episodes of Project Joy at projectjoypodcast.com. Until next time, help us spread the joy by sharing this episode, and we'll see you soon.